SMA stands for Simple Moving Average. Now, at your chart, we already have a few indicators. I mean, no indicators yet lah. Okay, we are at the daily time frame, Heiken-Ashi. Okay, what we're gonna add right now is another layer to it. We're going to add an indicator called the Simple Moving Average. That will make things a bit more clearer and give you a bit more thoughts on the charts as well. So you're going to hover over to FX indicators, and then you're going to search for SMA. Okay, there be sure to select ML2's one, because this is what I always use and I kind of like his script lah. Okay, so once you select ML2's one, you're going to realize that wow, there's so much noise over here. But what I typically look at is only the 50-day SMA and the 200-day SMA. Now, what is a simple moving average? A simple moving average takes into account the prices of X days and averages it up. If it's a 50-day moving average, it takes into account the previous prices of 50 days and plots a point. And then the next day, it takes into account the previous 50 days, and the following day takes into account the previous 50 days. So over a long term, they actually plot out a line like this. That's what a simple moving average means. Okay, so how to clear out all this noise is on your top left hand corner, you can actually hover to SMA and click on the settings part and untick all this white noise. Okay, so I typically only work with 50-day and 200-day. Why? Because I'm more of a long-term investor and I'm trying to look at long-term trends. Okay, so for today's purposes, let's just use the 50-day and 200-day moving averages. So again, search for SMA, add it into your script, remove the white noise, only be sure to use the 50-day and 200-day moving averages. And now, let's just remove all the supports that we've drawn already, just to make things a bit clearer. Okay. So now, this is where I go to the point where I'm trying to say, supports and resistances are not necessarily a straight line. Over here, you can directly see that this 200-day moving average is somewhat of a support. Okay, if I scroll back up to a longer time frame, you'll be able to see that, wow, actually this is a good buying opportunity. Right? Back in March for Dufu, this is also a good buying opportunity. Right? Because the general uptrend of 200 days, the stock is going upwards. So if you are looking into stocks, if you ever want to look into stocks, okay guys, and if you're looking at crypto, you generally want to look at the long-term moving average to see whether it's on a general uptrend or not. Okay, and then look for opportunities to grab it at the dips. Okay, now the moving averages say tons of things. Just delete this. The moving averages say tons of things. It can tell you whether it's a strong uptrend, or can tell you whether this uptrend is due for a correction. How do we see it? Again, 50 days and 200 days. Look at this part here. You can see that the 50-day moving average is spreading out wider. Okay, it's spreading out wider. It's making a bigger gap, bigger and bigger gap. That is a healthy bull market. That is a strong bull market. Okay, typically if a strong bull market indicates when the 50-day and 200-day moving average, they span out very far apart. Okay, and a possible trend change, temporary trend change, is where this blue line goes back down and closes to a tighter range. Okay, why do I say it's short term? Because then again, the 200-day moving average has not flinched yet. The stock is still overall in an uptrend. This is just temporary correction. Okay, so over here, now we look at what's going to happen right now. This 200-day SMA is still looking very good. So now it's fair to say that Dufu is under a correction right now. And the correction is probably towards the, like I said, psychological prices. Here is where drawing your horizontal lines becomes very useful. 4.2 mark. 4.2, 4.15 is entirely up to your discretion to draw and conclude about it. Okay, hope you guys are doing okay so far. So just to really quickly summarize, a big gap between 50-day and 200-day SMA means that it's a healthy uptrend. You want to get cryptocurrencies or stocks that are on a general long-term uptrend. Okay, unless they are value stocks. Okay, like tenaga, right? Tenaga is basically a monopoly, right? For those in Malaysia, you know, there's no way you can get your electricity other than tenaga. So that's a monopoly lah, okay. So that's that. Okay.
That about wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoy the content. Do consider liking and subscribing as it will help others find this video as well. Check out our links below. We are at Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, and Discord. Or you can support us at our Patreon as well. Alright, see you real soon. Bye.